Hey everyone, welcome to another league race video where I highlight things that happen during the race and things that I can improve on as well. Today we are in the Nürburgring for round 8 of the Formula 3 Tatters Challenge, and I was really feeling confident into going into the quali session since I managed a 156.1 during practice. I also thought I had a few more tenths to find, to be fair, but I made too many mistakes during quali and I ended up qualifying P2, about 0.4 seconds off the pole time as well. But moving into race 1, my goal was to stick with the pole sitter and apply some pressure and capitalize on any mistakes. Going to turn 1 here, the P3, which is the blue car, actually managed to get a really good start and overtake me here. But luckily I managed to keep P3 from others behind me, so I could focus on picking up my pace and just keep up with the top 2 drivers. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find the pace to keep up with the top 2. I think the main issue that I had was I kept overdriving the car on entry and also mid-corner, which caused me to have really bad exits throughout the lap, and I kind of built up the habit throughout the entire race and I wasn't able to adjust, which cost me probably a few tenths here and there. By the end of the race, I ended up about 6 seconds behind the race winner, which in an 11 lap race is a lot, because that's about 0.5 to 0.6 seconds off pace. So I definitely have a lot of work to do in terms of finding pace on the harder compound tires so that I can keep up with the fastest guys in this league during the race. I'm happy with the quali, but I think you get your points during the race, so definitely need some practice on the race tires. And moving into race 2, it's going to be a reverse grid of the results from race 1, so I'm actually starting third last. My goal is to be very aggressive at the start and try to pick up positions, but also avoid any incidences so that I can not lose too much to the race leader and perhaps go for a podium this time around. So anyways, the lights are out and away we go. We are approaching turn 1 here. Everything up front seems kind of clean actually from this point of view. I'll go in the inside to see if there's any room. Looks like there's not much room. I get pushed out wide here, which it doesn't really affect me. I think I lose a position, but there's a guy here on the right there that lost it and cost that other guy on the right position, so I've managed to sneak in. Unfortunately here, the orange car gets tagged by the blue car, which almost collected me, but luckily I didn't get T-boned. I think it was just my front right that was touched. So I ended up staying alive and still in it for the race. Going into this straight, I got plenty of space in front, plenty of space at the back, so I can just attack these corners. But also it is the race start, so your tires are really cold, and also you're carrying a full tank of fuel, so your car is much more heavy. So you can't really push too hard. But anyways, going into this series of corners, there's 2 cars that go off there on the right, which are 2 freebies for me. Going into this back straight, someone goes off to the gravel. I think my POV, I didn't really see how far into the gravel he went, and I misjudged him rejoining, and I get sent into the wall. As you can hear how shocked I am from staying alive. I did lose a couple positions because of that incident, but I'm just happy that I'm still alive and I'm still fighting for a good race result. So rounding off the first lap, I am P7, so I think I started P10, so up 3 positions from lap 1, which isn't too bad, and I avoided 2 big accidents that could have cost me a lot. So yeah, going into T1 again, I'm closing into this driver here. I think his name is Artem. and this was his first race in this league actually. But you know, fair play to him. He was driving very solid. He wasn't losing too much time to me. Um, it seemed like he didn't really feel too much pressure from me as well. So yeah, very strong driver. Going into the next series of corners, which leads to a long straight, the blue car there actually ended up, you know, spinning out. So that was one freebie. And here I've got a nice little run on Artem, and I see a gap on the outside and I send it on the outside, but there was not much room for me to go, and I didn't really carry too much speed. I also touched the gravel there, so I didn't really make a position there. In fact, I probably lost time because of that. But anyways, I think I am generally quicker than this car ahead, so I said I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to find another opportunity, perhaps in the next series of corners, or maybe even in the next lap. But definitely I wanted to overtake both these two cars in the next lap, because you know, the pack ahead are pulling out now, so I didn't really want to lose touch with those guys. Going into this final chicane, I get a little run on this number 37 car, and I send it up into the inside and make the position stick. He's gonna have a bit of slipstream, but so I veer to the right, and he didn't really follow me, so he lost slipstream. I'm not sure why he didn't tuck in behind me either, but yeah, that made turn one quite easy to defend. So I brake late, hold that position, and finish the move. Now moving into turn 2, I'm trying to catch Artem again here, and I'm trying to get a good exit and perhaps do the same exact move from the previous lap, but I want to be closer so that I can get that overlap on the exit. So this is just me setting it up for that long straight. So here I wanted to brake slightly earlier, rotate the car in, get an out, like open up this corner. You saw I was much more to the left than he was, so that gives me a better run to this straight, and also slipstream. This time around he doesn't have slipstream as well, so I send it out on the outside and manage to get an overlap and actually make the move stick this time around. So that was a decent move for me. So I get the move done, but it's not over there yet. He has a slipstream through the Schumacher S's here, and I made a mistake here by not covering the inside, so he managed to get the inside and, you know, get his position back. So it's a really, really nice clean battle between me and Artem here. And going to the back straight, I get some slipstream through here, and I'm gonna try to send it through the final chicane. So we're side by side, but this is a really, really hard section to overtake. I brake late, but he also brakes late. He managed to keep his car on track. I managed to keep my the car on track, and through the final corner I send it in the inside, keep a tight line, and I push out, and we're neck and neck here, and he gets a better exit, but I tuck in, get the slipstream. Orange car right behind us as well, getting slipstream from me, so he's getting really feisty. I send it on the outside, and I'm going to try to brake super late through here, and I managed to get the overlap and finish the move there. And there's battles in between behind us too, so a lot of action in this race. But I think I managed to actually keep this position this time and pull away, so which we'll see now.
Oh, what a fight.
Yeah, so that really you know, allows me to push on to the leading pack, who are like 8.5 seconds ahead. So the top 3 are like 8 seconds ahead. You can kind of just see them there before that corner. So with 12 minutes to go, my aim was to try and catch them and perhaps get another podium in race 2 to get my first double podium. Skipping to minute 7, sorry, 7.5 minutes to go, I see P3 in front of me. So this you know, by visually just seeing your opponent, it forces you to kind of push even more. He makes a mistake there and
He's
allows me
coming.
to get even closer
Let's
to him.
go.
So now I'm breathing down his neck. You can hear me like teasing him on the Discord, saying I'm gonna be coming, I'm gonna be chasing you down and everything.
Dirty air is pretty
So
strong, to be fair. So
I was encouraging him too. He's a newer driver, so I wanted to have a fair race with the guy. Going through this little section, you know, I'm getting closer and closer every corner. I'm probably about half a second behind him at this point, actually. But with the dirty air, I can't get any closer through these sections. But he does give me slipstream.
you're
So
mediums.
let's see if we can get any closer to him before the back straight. Yeah, perhaps got a little bit closer. Gives me a bit of slipstream here. And gonna see if I can send it through here, get a good exit. And I do. I managed to really close that gap, you can see, and I'm gonna do the same exact move to that I did to the other guy and tuck it in tight through the last corner and manage to overtake him. This time round I dart to the right again and he's to my left. I have a little bit of overlap coming into turn 1, so I cut his nose off and brake as late as I can, which completes the move. So that was for P3, and yeah, I finished the move there. And unfortunately here, if you focus on the screen on the top right, he loses it on that
Did you lose it?
corner, which just allows me to run away and basically finalize my position. So this is the last lap here. I didn't have the pace to catch P2 or P1 with the incidences at the start, and these two drivers keeping it clean. I didn't really have the opportunity to fight for the win. As you can see there, you know, they're like 10 seconds, 12 seconds ahead. So, and that was the race.
Bro, how are you doing 56.4
So
at the end of the race?
lot of things to learn.
That's crazy.
The main thing is race pace. I was lacking
yeah.
a
I
load
want
of
some of
time
that.
on the hard tires. You can hear here. I was telling the
Bro.
guy that won that I need some of his pace. He actually ended up winning the championship in this round with 2 rounds left as well. And yeah, that's the race. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for always supporting me. Here's a few donuts for basically the end of the championship, since the guy already won. We do have a championship fight for P2. I think there's a 39-point difference between me and P2, so we'll see what happens to the championship in the next couple videos. Thank you guys again.